We are stoked to introduce our latest brand warrior, the awesome Ryan Nell, CEO of Levitate, one of London's fastest growing drop-in meditation centres. Ryan bases his techniques on a pragmatic and mindful approach to meditation that you can use in everyday scenarios. Ryan trained to teach meditation at the world-famous Unplugged Meditation in LA under the internationally recognised stress management expert David G. And surprisingly, Ryan is fluent in both written and spoken Mandarin. Let's find out more. Welcome, Ryan.
Yeah, thanks so much. Great to meet you. Great to be here.
Great to see you there. Now, tell us a little bit about your background and how did you become fluent in Mandarin?
Yeah, okay, sure. So I had I'm English, sort of born outside London, but kind of close to it. Had one of those slightly kind of bit of a Harry Potter style upbringing,
Right.
boarding school and all of that. And I fell in love with languages. And so when it was sort of time to go to university, I knew I didn't want to do French or Spanish or anything easy the way I saw it. So I went and applied for a Chinese course and ended up, up at Leeds in North UK and in Beijing for a year.
Wow.
Moved for a few years afterwards. So, so I had a whole kind of China adventure.
Wow.
This is quite a long time ago now. This is like 2000 to 2005. So I'm a little bit rusty. But,
well, let's flash forward to 2019 and talk about your classes. Can you tell us what we can expect in one of your classes?
Yeah, absolutely. So, the people that come are, anywhere from total beginners to meditation to kind of people who, are on Headspace or the apps or went on a retreat at some point. And a lot of them just like the Shavasana bit, corpse pose at the end of every yoga class you've ever been to. So I think often they come kind of expecting like Shavasana, and a bit worried that it's like a 45-minute class, if you've only ever done like 10 minutes or 5 minutes of sort of meditating, then it's a bit scary. So really, it's my job in the class just to break it down, to make meditation and mindfulness really, really accessible. So sort of I'll do a little welcome talk, get people comfy, chat about a theme. Could be freedom, could be empowerment, could be stress, and then I'll guide a meditation basically. So you're on a cushion, sitting up or lying down. I'm not kind of dogmatic about the position you're in, so you might be able to see from the video that I've got terrible posture, so I'll tend to sort of sit there slumped over. The main thing is to be as comfortable as you can in your body, so allow that to settle so that you can spend a little bit of time kind of gaining some insights into your mind and where your attention goes.
Can you summarize the health benefits of regular mindfulness and meditation?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Well, they're pretty legion, but most of them are linked to stress. So if you're stressed out, then you've got a lot of cortisol and adrenaline pumping around your body a bit too frequently. The sort of classic fight or flight response, causes your blood to thicken up. Imagine you're sort of facing a saber-toothed tiger, then, a whole chain reaction of things happen in your body, which are very, very helpful, in this sort of the absolute immediate instant, but long-term, they're slightly ruinous. So stress has been linked to anything from cancer to heart disease to Alzheimer's, you name it. And what we're aiming to do with meditation is just to decrease the amount of stress in your system, not by blocking it out, but by managing it and learning how to kind of live with it.
And what about mindset? Like, what changes do you see in people's mindset who come to your classes regularly?
Yeah, so look, a lot of people who come to the class are, they're struggling with one thing or another. sort of, they've lost someone, or a relationship's broken down, or they're really stressed at work between jobs. And so, some of them have now come to 35 of my classes or whatever. So they've had, about 30 hours of me rabbiting away. And some just drop in for one or two. But the ones who stick around, it's an absolute sea change. Someone who was really, really nervous about kind of giving birth and the changes to her body and that kind of thing. So we had the 3 months leading up to her giving birth, and then she went away for a bit, obviously, to do that. But I got a photo on the day from the hospital bed of the baby, kind of introducing it to me, saying, I don't think I could have done this without, the amount of meditation and mindfulness that I did with you. And I've got a feeling that the kid's going to be calmer because of it. So it's one story, but a nice one.
That's a great story. Wow. And what are your future plans for Levitate? Can you see it becoming a global brand?
Listen, I would love it to become a global brand. I suppose what I really want it to be, though, is sustainable. So I see a lot of sort of fitness brands, blow up and get a lot of sort of Silicon Valley, VC money in, and then they're not really around a few years later. I'm kind of going for a slow burn. It's initially it's just London, but I'm expanding. So we're starting to record things. I'm launching a podcast, and maybe an app. I'm sort of whisper that to you in the community. Tell no one. Video is amazing. We can do this, but trying to work out how to do that in an app is but I think achievable. So I do have big plans. I mean, the goal of Levitate is to help people. I suppose get a better relationship with their mental health, with their stress levels, perhaps become more open and balanced and the rest of it. So I think mindfulness is a really powerful tool for doing it. And I don't want to keep it just to my community in London.
Are there any other brands doing a similar sort of thing to you?
Yeah, I think there are. I think I look up to Headspace. I want to do something very different to them. I'm really not going to get 100 million users or customers. But there are a couple of great little studios in London. One called Remind, which is solely meditation, breath work. I think some gong stuff. It's beautiful, and I think it's a sanctuary for people in that part of London and probably further afield. So I would love to do something similar in due course. Yeah.
Well, before we finish up, would you mind giving us some words of wisdom?
Okay, sure. Let me think. So. I thought I'd just go ad hoc on this one. So here's some ad hoc wisdom. If you think back to the last time you were really free, you might say to me, well, I'm free right now, and I'm living my best life. I'm teaching yoga, and I eat an avocado every morning for breakfast. But I'm talking about the kind of freedom you had when you were 3 years old. I want to help people get back to that. The thing that gets in the way is everything you've ever learned since you were an adult, your fears, your harsh inner critic. So what we want to do is just start to get a slightly better sense of who we are, what's going on in our minds. Think of your mind like a kind of a field, and you're a farmer. If you spend too much time in the field, then you're not really tending to the rest of your life. Equally, if you neglect it, the weeds are going to grow. So you want some kind of balance, right? Where you are generally happy, but also kind of equipped for the stressful events that come along here and there. So that's sort of how you start to get towards freedom. It's not a sort of perfect life. It's one where you're just yourself as much as possible. So yeah, that's my words of wisdom.
Yeah, I like those words, and I want that kind of freedom.
All right, man.
Well, thank you very much, Ryan. Now, Ryan teaches at workplaces and studios across the capital, and to find out where Ryan is teaching next, head to levitate.london or his Instagram at Levitate London. And Ryan, I believe you're offering a 20% discount to Warrior Addict members if you quote the code WARRIOR. So why not drop in and give it a try? Thank you very much, Ryan. Really appreciate your time today.
Thank you.
It's great to meet you. And
lovely to meet you.
Yeah, we'll be watching you.
Looking forward to more of this in the future. Yeah. All right. Cheers. All right. You take care.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
Bye then.